Trace Adkins has long been a supporter of Brightstone, a facility providing life opportunities for the developmentally disabled. For the last 10 years, Brightstone has hosted an annual Songwriters Night as their major fundraiser, which has been a tremendous success. 2013 was their first year without event founder and chairman Dr. Craig Ferrell, who passed away last year. So Trace stepped up to help make this year's event a tribute to the man who started it. Here's Kelly with more.
We're here with Trace Adkins, the man. You do this every year. What a wonderful man. I mean, this is what, how many years have you been coming out?
This is probably my 5th time to do this benefit. I don't do it every year, but of the 10 years they've done it, I've probably done every other year.
I hear you. Now, this year is probably a little harder than the other years because Dr. Ferrell, who had asked you to get involved, is passed away this last year. Is that going to make tonight a little more?
Yeah, for me, it's a somber event. You know, we come in here every other time and we try to entertain as much as possible. But you know, for me tonight, it just doesn't feel that way. It's a more somber event for me tonight. So it's just really going to be impossible for me to get up there and, you know, do a lot of up-tempo fun stuff. I just don't see how I'm going to be able to do that. And, you know, I think everybody will understand. You know, he was a good friend of mine. You know, we were close. He's operated on me half a dozen times. He's fixed everything I've broken and torn and put me together a whole bunch of times, put me back together. So I miss him. He was a good friend.
And his heart loved this organization. He did so much. I saw a film earlier, and he had a child that was a part of Brightstone.
Yeah, his son John. John's 32 or 33 now. But Dr. Ferrell really, he was the founder of Brightstone. He started this whole thing, and it's grown into something now that provides such a service for this community and so many families that have special needs children, and he started it. And this is his legacy, and this is what he would want to be his legacy. So I had to do this year. I didn't even give him an option. You know, I'm gonna do the thing this year. So you know, so. And
you've been fighting a cold. You've been in the studio recording your album.
Trying to. Yeah, I got one song left to sing. I'll be done. And then I got sick.
Oh no.
And I've had shots and everything else. I can't get rid of it.
But you're here anyway. So talk a little bit about the album. Got one more song left to finish up, and are you loving the music? What's different on this one?
Love songs. Yeah.
I never know if you're kidding. Okay,
no,
so it really
seriously.
is. Okay, good.
It's all love songs. First time I've ever done that. And I didn't even really mean to do it. It just, we got about 15 songs or so cut, and then I noticed that about 10 of them were love songs, and I thought, you know what? I'm just going to put out an album full of love songs.
That's great.
And not put the other stuff on there and save that stuff for something else, and just put love songs. I can't figure out what I'm going to name the album, though. I want to call it Love Songs with Balls, but they said I couldn't do that.
Let's just say love. I love that. We need more of it. And you are one of the best singers in country music, so singing a bunch. I hope there's some really good ballads. And
yeah, some ballads, yeah. Well, you got to do ballads if they're love songs, but there's some tempo stuff on there too, some nasty stuff. So, I mean, I have to always do one of those, so at least one.
If the sun comes up and I'm not there to hold you, don't you let it cloud your faith.
Talk a little bit about what Brightstone does for the community.
Well, I appreciate you letting me do that because not too many people know that there's a great thing going on Southeast Parkway Court in Franklin. We provide job training for adults with special needs. They are developmentally disabled, intellectually disabled, and many of them physically disabled. A lot of them are even very fragile individuals, but really bottom line is they want what you and I want. A reason to get up every morning and something of value to do. So we have an entrepreneurship, and we teach them a lot of job skills and productive work habits, but they actually produce products, which we even have here tonight at our store, the products that they actually made. Beautiful clay pieces, they're all handcrafted pieces, and you know, since they're artistic versions of these different mediums, everything looks beautiful, and it's a wonderful craft.
You'll be fine. Just let
Judge Swanson, I just saw you on stage, and talking about your dear friend that you've lost this past year. Talk a little bit about your involvement in the organization in Brightstone.
Well, Brightstone's been very special to me, really through Craig Ferrell. Dr. Ferrell got me involved with it as a board member, and from that point on, John Ferrell, his son, is a Down syndrome and an adult with special needs, and so it's really easy for me to get plugged into Brightstone because I have such a warm heart for those children and those adults with special needs, and they just are the kind of people you want to be involved with, and they are adults that want a place. They want to make sure that they're in an environment where they can continue to contribute to society, and that's the best thing about Brightstone, is that this is not just they're taking, they're giving back to the community, and that's what's good about Brightstone.
And they put a smile on our face. Oh. Tonight, it's totally been a gift for me just to get to be here for the few minutes that I have.
Oh, they're wonderful, and they have such a spirit about them that you can't help but just love the environment that they're in and what they're trying to do, and you want to be a part of that and share that with people. So it's been wonderful.
Your involvement came from Dr. Ferrell?
Yes, it was, and Dr. Ferrell was obviously one of my closest friends, and you know, he is the one that kind of spearheaded this thing, and he had the vision and the opportunity to grow this thing, and it has really become, I think there's over 600 people here tonight, and
great crowd.
Pretty spectacular.
If you want to break home and the school's on with the doors locked and alarms on, girl, you're way off track, 'cause I'm a little more country than that. I just want to make sure you know just who you're getting under this old hat.
Everybody needs a job. Everybody wants to wake up and feel like they're being productive, and that includes handicapped adults. And we try to serve various handicaps. Some of our workers and students are in wheelchairs, others are much more able-bodied. So we look, really, serving handicapped adults is more of a local problem, because they're attached to families usually. Right. And what happens is they get older, a lot of times their parents are much older, and it becomes very difficult to have the kind of facility and have a work environment for handicapped adults.
Let it shine, let it shine. Let it shine.
We have to take a short little break, but we've got lots more ahead, including a look behind the scenes on a popular music video shot in Mexico. We'll be right back.